All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing well. Today is Thursday, March 24th, 2016. I indeed am Darkside Phil, and this is my gameplay stream for the day, which, almost inexplicably, 1 month, well, actually it's about 3 weeks early, is actually going to be Dark Souls 3, yes, again. Again. For the second day in a row. For those of you who have no idea what's going on, I urge you to watch yesterday's pre-stream. The pre-stream from March 23rd, 2016. It explained the full situation of how all this came together out of nowhere. It also explained how exactly I'm going to be covering it, although there are some changes to the schedule. A big announcement this morning regarding Street Fighter V that I'm going to talk about on this pre-stream so you know what to expect in the next week. The next week is going to be out of control. I mean, Dark Souls, Persona 3, some Pokken thrown in there, Street Fighter V, the next episode of The Walking Dead Michonne, the final episode of Minecraft Story Mode, all ending with a crazy platforming marathon. I mean, what a crazy-ass week it's going to be for gaming and for the stuff that I'm doing. If you're a fan of mine, I think you're really going to enjoy this next week. There's pretty much a little bit of every possible kind of gameplay coming up. So, hope you're doing well. I'm doing good today. See, here's the deal. Here's what happened. Yesterday, I actually got to sleep late. I woke up early because I had to use the restroom really badly, and that's when I found out about this whole Dark Souls 3 deal. I ended up spending 3.5 hours getting it to work and finally getting it on my Xbox One. And when I played Dark Souls 3 yesterday, not only was the stream late because of the extensive setup time to get it to work, but I was burnt out already. I was already tired. I was already, I was already pretty, exhausted. That's the word I'm looking for. I wasn't angry. I wasn't upset. I was exhausted. Physically exhausted from being up early and spending so much time trying to get this damn thing to work. So when I played the game, I mean, I think I actually did quite well for the level of exhaustion that I had. When you play these Dark Souls games, I really do believe you need to be mentally and physically prepared for them, because so much can happen at a moment's notice. That something could jump out, you're like, what the fuck is that? Insta kills you, crazy shit. I mean, we had transforming enemies yesterday. A regular little dude transforms into a giant boss-like enemy, and you're like, oh shit. So you gotta be pretty, ready for anything when you play these games. Let's put it that way. And, we'll see how it goes today. I mean, today I'm going to do it a little differently. Yesterday I was like just trying to explore as much as I could. I think what I'm going to do today is actually try to level my character up a little bit, because we already know where the second boss is, but if you noticed yesterday, I had to skip a bunch of enemies in order to get to the second boss. I don't want to do that. I kind of want to be able to tackle them and beat them. So I think what I'm going to do today is more fully explore the same areas, and I know there were a bunch of items that I skipped when I was running through these areas, and see if I can maybe get some of these items, that I couldn't get, and kill these enemies, level up my character a little more, so he's more powerful, and I could take on the more stronger minions, and then finally take on the second boss, and then possibly, see if we can get past the second boss to a new area of the game. If you don't know, today's stream is going to be longer. Yesterday's stream was short, alright? Because it took so long to get things set up. It was only around 2 to 2.5 hours long. Today's stream is going to be 3 to 3.5 hours long. So there will be an extra hour. And, also, something I want to bring up that I don't think a lot of people realize, because I saw a lot of people in comments and stuff last night mentioning it. I am not going to be grinding at all in Dark Souls 3. I want to repeat that. There will be no off-camera grinding in Dark Souls 3. Reason being is because it's on the Xbox One. And I don't have any kind of remote play capability for the Xbox One. I had that on PlayStation 4 last year with Bloodborne, which is why I was able to grind off camera in Bloodborne. I can't do that. In this game. And I don't have time, quite honestly, to just sit in my office playing Dark Souls 3 off camera. I've got other stuff to do. It's not like when I used to live alone You know, and at night I really had nothing in particular to do but babysit videos to upload, so I just sat there grinding off camera. That's not the situation. Okay? That is not the situation. So no off-camera grinding. What you see on stream and what you see on the on-demand videos on YouTube is what you get. 100% of the playthrough will be recorded. Okay? There's no other if, ands, or buts about it. So that's what I mean. Like today's stream, I may start it a little more laid back. I might actually run around and grind a little bit, try to get a little bit more accustomed to the combat, accustomed to my weapon that I'm using, level up my character a little bit, look for items that I missed, because I'm sure I missed some items. I know there's a few in a couple areas that I did not get because there was, tougher enemies, and I said, screw that, and I kind of ran by them or whatever. So it's going to be, let me put it this way, it's going to be a longer playthrough. Right? It's gonna take me probably longer than the other Dark Souls games, but I'm okay with that as long as you're okay with that. And it seems a lot of people have wanted to see a more, as you say, legitimate run in Dark Souls rather than me grinding off camera and then turboing through certain areas. Okay? So we'll see how it goes. I just want to make that clear for everyone. So now what I'd like to do is very briefly go through my schedule for the next several days to weeks so you know what to expect, because it's changed yet again due to an announcement regarding Street Fighter V. If you don't know, this morning it was announced that Street Fighter V next week will actually be getting the promised DLC expansion content that Capcom promised for this month. They're actually going to live up to expectations, at least supposedly. This is what they've announced. That doesn't mean necessarily that it's true, but they're saying that this is going to happen next week, okay? So allow me to explain. Here's the schedule. Right now, 3.5 hours of Dark Souls 2, live on the stream, which of course then will be uploaded to DSPGaming. Tonight, off camera, I will be playing some more Pokken Tournament. I'm currently in the Chroma League, and I'm in the qualifying rounds to try to get to the finals of the Chroma League. So I'm going to be grinding it out tonight in that, and hopefully maybe getting to the finals. I don't know. I think I'm about halfway there right now. So I'm going to be doing that off camera. Later tonight, I will upload more Pokken Tournament footage. In particular, some of this story mode Chroma League stuff, because I did get past some of the Mewtwo story and got to the Chroma League portion of the game. So that'll be later tonight. Okay? Tomorrow, Friday, something a lot different. Tomorrow we are starting Persona 4 FES. That's right. It's, I guess, the version of the game that is available on PlayStation 3. A lot of people have been looking forward to this. This is the Patron's Choice playthrough from patrons who pledged to my Patreon in the month of January and then voted all through February. They unanimously picked Persona 3, and I've determined that FES is the best version of the game to play due to all of the feedback from everyone. So thank you to everyone who contacted me and told me this is the version of the game you should play. That starts tomorrow. Okay? Persona 3 FES. And that's going to be my gameplay stream for tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Friday night, will not be any kind of streaming because I'm going to be working on and releasing my review for Pokken Tournament over on KO Gaming. At that point, I should have gotten far enough into the story. I've played with 3 separate characters. I've done the training modes, the dojos. I know enough about the game, I think, to fairly review it. And that's going to be going up live tomorrow night. In addition, I probably will still be uploading more Pokken Tournament because I'll have a little bit of a surplus of videos from playing off camera. Okay? So, today, Dark Souls 3 and Pokken Tournament. Tomorrow, Persona 3 and Pokken Tournament and the Pokken Tournament review. This Saturday, I'll also be playing Persona 3 FES. Alright? There will be a new DSP Tries It this weekend. I'm excited about that. And then Sunday. Sunday will be fun because I think Sunday, depending on what's going on with Dark Souls 3, I may return to it. Now, let me explain. Allow me to explain, everyone. Because Dark Souls 3 basically got released yesterday on the Xbox One, I'm playing it, right? But I'm not going to rush into it. I'm not going to be playing it every single day. I'm making this clear to everyone. This is only going to be every few days I'll be playing a little bit more. That way I don't get burnt out, and that way I'm not rushing through the game, okay? what I want to do is during these 2 days when I'm playing Persona 3, I want to wait and see what happens, okay? I want to see if From Software decides to try to take down people who are putting up playthroughs of the game, even though it's Microsoft's fuck up and it's Namco's fuck up that this game was not released in North America the same day as Japan and that we are able to get it anyway. Alright? So, that's kind of the deal. I want to be sure that there's no real risk involved, and that's why for 2 straight days, Friday, Saturday, I'm going to be playing Persona 3 instead of Dark Souls 2. If by Sunday, nothing's happened, if by Sunday everything's cool, the videos are cool, no one's contacted me from Software to complain or whatever, then on Sunday we will resume with Dark Souls 3 on stream, okay? But I have to play it by ear and see what happens, because I want to be careful here. I don't want to be, go crazy and upload an entire playthrough of the damn game, and the next thing you know, DSPGaming taken down for bullshit. So that's why I'm taking my time and I'm being careful here. So that's the deal. So hopefully by Sunday we'll return to Dark Souls 3 on stream. And also, Sunday night, I will be creating and putting up my reactions vlog to the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice movie, because I will be seeing the movie on Saturday night. And so Sunday night, I'll be able to make this vlog for you and provide it, and people will be able to know, what I thought about the movie. Apparently, it's a very polarizing movie. Some critics are destroying it, but I haven't paid attention to any of the criticism because I just want to watch it for myself and judge it fairly on Sunday night, okay? Monday will be interesting because, again, we're playing it by ear, we'll see what's going on with everything. And Monday, I might either do more Dark Souls 3 or I may do more Persona 3, we'll see. And Monday night, I'm kind of leaving open to whatever. I'm not sure what Monday night will be. It could be a vlog, it could be a review, it could be finally I'll do like a first impressions video on Dark Souls 3 because some people have already asked me for one, but I've only played a couple hours. I don't want to do a first impressions video until I'm like maybe 3 sessions in, and then I can let you know what I think about the game. Okay? Excuse me. Now, the big announcement about next week was Street Fighter V. It was announced that on Tuesday, March 29th, that the expansion content for Street Fighter V will be released, including the tutorial mode and the challenge modes and online lobbies of 8 people. Do I believe that the freaking online lobbies are going to work at launch? No, I don't. I'm very skeptical, being the fact that Capcom couldn't even get online lobbies of 1 person to work properly for the longest time. Do I believe 8-person lobbies will work at launch? Absolutely not. But what I think I'll be doing on Tuesday is checking out the challenge mode. That would be really cool, going through the different challenge modes with all the characters in the game. It might actually even teach me some advanced combos and things with these characters that otherwise I didn't know. And of course, the tutorial is probably going to be super easy. I'll probably blow through that in like 10 minutes. But I will probably do that too. So that's going to be Tuesday. And then Wednesday, officially, Alex, the first DLC character, is going to be released along with the store. So on Wednesday, March 30th, the store opens, which means you can buy alternate costumes for characters, and you can also purchase Alex. So what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday is checking out Alex, playing with him, probably going online with him after I go in the lab with him for a little bit, trying him out against people playing online, and maybe buying some costumes that I earned via the survival mode. Okay, so that's going to be Tuesday. Now, keep in mind, there's also the second half of these days, which at any point, I could do more Pokken Tournament offline, I could do Dark Souls 3 offline, I could do more Persona 3 offline, so all of that is possible, all right? And then that Thursday, the 31st, I'm leaving open purposely. What I'm thinking is, more than likely, it'll be more Persona 3 that day, all right? So I'm kind of leaving entire days open just to play it by ear and see what happens with Dark Souls 3 and see how the reception is for everything with Persona 3 and stuff like that. The bottom line is I've got a ton of stuff to do this coming week. And keep in mind, I didn't even mention this. The Walking Dead Michonne Episode 2, as well as supposedly Minecraft Story Mode Episode 5, the final episode, are both releasing this coming week. Holy shit. So not only do I have all these major games to release, we've got episodic things to try to fit in there too. It's going to be wild and nuts. It's going to be pretty crazy. But I'm excited. I'd always rather have more great stuff to do than have nothing to do and trying to fill the time. And the bottom line is, I'm pretty much good until April 5th. On April 5th, Quantum Break comes out. And that's a big major release that everyone wants to see and I'm dying to play. So if I can get a lot of stuff progressed and done, all right, by April 5th, I think we're going to be okay. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to play those episodic games by then. I'll probably have finished my coverage of Pokken Tournament by then. And I probably will have done 3 or 4 sessions of Persona 3 by then, which then it's going to probably go on hold. And we'll continue on with, Dark Souls 2 kind of balanced in with all the new games. Alright, so I know a lot of information. Don't worry, I'll cover this all more concretely this weekend once we know what's going on with Dark Souls 3, but I just wanted to give everyone the heads up. Today's the final day of Dark Souls 3 until the weekend. It might return on Sunday, depending on what happens with the videos and everything. Okay? FYI. Alright, it's time for the gratuitous plugs, and then it's time for us to start. Alright, so gratuitous plugs. Number 1. If you enjoy watching me live on stream daily and you like watching my on-demand videos and you want to see me continue to be able to do this full-time as an occupation, there are several ways that you can support myself and this business. Number 1, in the description of all of my streams and videos on YouTube, you will see an Amazon associate link. If you already order stuff on Amazon, this is no extra work to you. All you need to do is click the link and then shop as normal on Amazon. I get referral credit for it and it helps out the business. Please consider doing that. Number 2, Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. You can pledge to my Patreon. And not only do you get personal perks for your pledges, such as getting premium forum access to vote on events and post up in special sections, getting text and verbal thank yous in my videos, getting questions answered on my monthly Q&A show, or even getting your own private Q&A video made, but also you contribute to a monthly goal of funding. And if we hit our monthly goal of funding this month, March, we have 1 week left, by the way, to pledge. Just want to throw that out there. If we hit the monthly goal, there'll be a Blizzard marathon at the end of April. And the patrons who pledge $5 or more will be choosing whether that will be a Hearthstone marathon, a Heroes of the Storm marathon, or a World of Warcraft marathon. Admittedly, I'm intrigued to see what people pick. I've played Hearthstone before. I have not played Heroes of the Storm or World of Warcraft for YouTube before. Although I do have history with World of Warcraft, I do not have any with Heroes of the Storm. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm very curious to see what people will vote for, and I'm hoping we hit the goal level, all right? I will say this, number 1, Patreon is a huge help to me this year with my finances as they are. They're not so great. A lot of things affected my business negatively last year. I won't really go into it, but times are tough. And this is a year where I'm basically, by the end of this year, I have to see if I can keep doing this full time or not, if I can actually make ends meet and pay my bills. So, the Patreon support is more important than ever, especially if this is kind of daily entertainment for you and you want to see it continue. Please consider pledging. As little as $1 helps. And a lot of people don't believe that. They think, oh, that's nothing, it's not going to help. It's not true. The most successful Patreon fundraising campaigns are successful because there's a large number of people doing $1 a month. I'm not kidding you. Go look at the most successful Patreon. People who make $10,000 a month, insane amount of money, right? Go take a look. That's that's how they're successful. It's not, people giving giant pledges. It's $1 a month. If half the people who watched my stuff gave $1 a month, I would never have to worry about views, about competition, about going out of business, about all this stuff that you don't want to hear about. But the bottom line is we're not there yet. So please consider pledging if you haven't, okay? And then, last but not least, the final way that you can help is by checking out my girlfriend's business. It is a handmade glycerin soap and wax tart melt business. She makes everything there by hand. Her business has been operating for a year and has had nothing but success, tons. I mean, we're talking over 160 plus orders and hundreds of items shipped, not only in the United States, but internationally. She ships to many countries as well. She just celebrated her 1-year anniversary and launched her spring line of product, including scents like ginger ale, Kentish Rain, and Moroccan Mint, all 3 of which I absolutely love, and I'm personally washing with Kentish Rain right now, and I love it. It's very much similar to Irish Spring. I love the soap, okay? The wax tar melts are also awesome. They make your house smell good, and it's not an open flame like a candle. It's a lot safer than that. So check it out. It's at etsy.com/shop/the black currant, spelled Currant. And right now, she's actually doing pretty good. She's got more sales this year than she did last year. And she's hoping to get a few more this month to see if she can exceed a new sales goal she kind of set for herself. I'll tell you this. Don't think that just because I'm advertising this on my stream that I'm doing it because, you know, oh, he just needs to push stuff. No, it's not true. Her stuff's great. Most people who watch my stuff, all right? Most people who watch my streams and my videos who've tried to, on a whim, I'll just try her stuff. They love it. They end up being repeat customers, and if you actually check on her site on Etsy, there's nothing but positive feedback. Nothing. So please check it out and consider, if it's not for yourself, maybe get it for a gift. Keep in mind, you might say, oh, why does Phil really push this? It's very simple, because we live in the same house. We share the same bills. So the more money that business makes, right, it helps pay the bills. It's that simple, okay? All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate that you are here to watch Day 2 of Dark Souls 3. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll take a couple days break for Persona, and then we'll come back on the weekend, hopefully. Hopefully everything goes well, no issues with videos or whatever, okay? That is it. Time to end the pre-stream and begin with gameplay. I hope you're excited. I am excited. Thank you for being patient, and now, it begins again. Day 2. Okay.